Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Spaghetti noodles. Other things. Do, do, do. I'm gonna need so much water. Oh, I have a bunch of water. Look at that. Should probably just finish it. There we go. Is this actually always a mythic? Bruh. Hello. Hello. I guess I should start with the... Yeah, I should start with the artifacts, I guess. Right? I think I should start with the artifacts, yeah. Oh, you almost had it. You almost had it. It was so close. Yeah, it's Urza. It's Urza. We're waiting for the Discord link so I can be sold something and it requires my information. Waiting for it. They're so close. They misspelled your twice. See, they'll get it right the third time. You can do it. You're so close. Oh yeah, Kappa. I don't really get to play that. I don't know about Chrome Mox. Golbez. How was the fourth? It was good. It was. I met some new people. You know what I noticed? Every time I'm at like a party, and there's people like my age, I always find myself getting into conversations with people who are like 20 years older than me, and I'll just get stuck in a conversation for like an hour. Like I met a bunch of people I've never seen before yesterday, which is interesting because I've known the host for 23 years. Just surprised to see people I've never met. But it was good. No fireworks though, because we were way deep in some like fancy, well-off area. But it was good. I drank a lot of vodka. Oh my goodness, I drank so much. I started singing the songs from the movie Sinners. Doing the Irish jig. I know it's an American holiday, but I couldn't help myself. I think Mox Amber works. I don't think Chrome Mox is what I want. See the synod. I suppose you could just put it in. It doesn't. Yeah, it's free. It's just free. I don't think I'm gonna get punished. I feel like a braid's not an issue. Hmm. Go Bears. I spoke a little German with somebody that was there, but she's way better than me. I was like, "Hello, wie geht's dir?" And then she went, like, she just sent it. I just couldn't keep up. I had to. I had the backup plan and just busted out my Scottish accent to make up for lost German. Whenever artifact enters scry or surveil. I don't think I've ever played against Golbez. I guess Wayfarer's Bauble, although Mana Rocks are weird with this. Maybe not that weird. Someone's going to yell at me that you have to play Urza turn 3 every game, and I'm not currently in a position to disagree. Defense Grid is probably just cracked here, actually. I don't know about Warren Power Stone. This might just be too much. Possibly too... This is an artifact, right? Yeah. That's a weird one. What am I doing with this? Slinging with a construct? What am I doing with Monument? So far, nothing. Again, maybe just not. Like, why do I need this? Maybe not necessary. Oh. Chat, the scammer left. Dang it. I'm upset. I gotta give it to this one, though. They tried really hard to, like, correct their spelling, but they jacked it up 3 times. Tragic. July 5th, too, of all days. Of all days to scam someone. July 5th. Well, to be fair, they're not from America. They probably don't know. All the hullabaloo. Surgical's probably fine. Where's the other card that I... Where is it? Affinity. July 9th in Argentina? Man, probably no fireworks. Almost blew my fingers off. Actually, you know, to be honest, I think it was the closest I've ever been to committing complete disaster upon my person. I was really slow at throwing that thing that I lit on fire. It was really slow. That was deeply concerning, and only I knew about it because everyone else is busy. I'm sitting there like, wow, I almost just had to go to the hospital. I've never gotten that close to being very stupid. We get fireworks. You've probably been hearing them if you've been around. We get fireworks for like a month before, and then like 2 or 3 weeks after people fire fireworks. So about like 60 days of the year, there's people firing fireworks, and it is annoying. Unless you're the one doing it. Wishing Well's fine, actually. Just slide that. Actually, yeah, no. I don't want consider. Here's the artifact equivalents. It's a wizard, right? No, it's an artificer, yes. Artificer. Urza and Mishra. They're not wizards. We went to New York once, and it was, the speakers were so loud that they like blew out, and everyone was cheering because it was just too loud. And then like, everyone stay in your seats, and nobody wanted to stay in their seats because you couldn't see the fireworks. It was just like a terrible spot to like pay to get into and sit down and watch. It was awful. I didn't like it for one bit, but I don't even like cities. Too many people. Too many people. Too loud. Never goes to sleep. I don't know what Snapcaster Mage has text, but not a lot of it. I guess Tails End is fine. Alright, there's definitely cards that I don't know exist. It's Lord High, Artificer, EH. Yeah, they're illegal in like half the states in America, but you can still buy them and then bring them to your original state, which doesn't make them suddenly illegal. But they're not going to do anything. You know, everyone's doing it. There's nothing they can do to stop you. Oh, the blue crystal. If only it would mill... Yeah, but the mill side of the blue crystal is just terrible. Like, why do I want the water crystal? It's just the discount, but at that point you just play Sapphire Medallion. You play both, but I don't think I need... I don't know. Oh! Hello. Hello, this thing. When another artifact enters, draw discard? That is insane. That is insane. We don't have that. We don't have that. I don't care about tour mods. I suppose Moon is, like, the most depressing thing to play against here, so... No, we don't have this. Yeah. Mishra's Bobble in Urza deck is funny. It's like, who's Mishra? Urza, you want to explain who Mishra is, buddy? You want to explain that? Mystic Remora is above $5 now. Wow. It took a minute. You know what? I don't really like Psy. I don't really like that one that much. Not very exciting. Not very exciting. Suppose you generate mana with each spell, but still. Has to, like, be in play and whatnot. Rhythmic Studies $50 now. Oof. Wasn't when I got it. Oh my goodness. Force of Will is under 100. I have a Judge promo, Force of Will. Oh, I guess the One Ring. Yeah. Reality Chip is... Alright, there's easy ways to explode here. I can see it. I feel like the Aether Spark is just weird, but I don't really care. Paper mache? This is an uncommon, I thought. Wait a minute. This is an uncommon. It's just not an uncommon on Arena. I don't know if I'm going to craft it. We'll see. We'll see. Ornithopter. Oh, Displacer Kitten. Yeah, that's right. Because of the stuff. The stuff with things. Generate 1,000,000 mana for that card. I don't like that one. Yeah, Thassa's Oracle is over 10%. So something's up with that one, right? It's at 17% played. That's notable. Jin Gitaxius is adorable. Oh, Memnarch. I wish. I wish. I played Memnarch 2 days ago on paper. I love Memnarch. I got like the weird from the vault one. Ew, I don't like Wormcoil. Pillapala? That's not infinite, is it? One? Pillapala is not infinite. Wonder what it's in here for. I don't know. Do I have Flood Moon? I do. I do have Flood Moon. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I guess Negate is okay. Fine, yeah. Surprised. After all this time, Negate is like a... Like it's played that hard. It's actually kind of crazy. Of all the counter spells I've ever made, like Negate's still up there. It's kind of nuts. Probably both of these. What are we looking at for lands? $70 from Memnarch? Oof! No, that's not how much mine was. I don't know how much the From the Vault one was, but it wasn't $70. I know that. Because I had gotten it... Well, I don't know when I got it, actually, but... It would have been at a time in which I did not have $70 to burn on a card, so... I didn't play a format where it saw play, unironically. Yeah, Cavern's fine. Not really feeling the fetch land thing. Kind of a disappointing land options, actually. Far to banish ghosts and goblins. Blue Sun Zenith. Oh, that is on Arena. I just don't know. Nexus of Fate. Oh, I forgot that exists. It's been so long since, like, I self-banned it from the playgroup on paper. I forgot it actually exists still. I was like, we banned it. Or I banned it for myself. Because I won with it too many times. That, I forgot you can actually play it. It's not actually banned. Oh, that's good. I totally forgot. It's been well over 2 years since I played it. I have one of them. It's still holding value too. Surprised it isn't banned yet. Actually, I don't think it's like broken. It just like lame to play against. I don't think it's like the best card ever or anything like that. Nowadays it's 1,000 to 1. Hmm. Yeah, something might have happened. Something, something happened there. Definitely not ideal. Oh yeah, what about Tezzeret? Draw, then discard unless it's an artifact. Something becomes a 4/4 emblem. Artifact control becomes tapped. This is cool, but I don't care too much. Like, by the time you get to it, I feel like the game's decided. The -6, I mean. I feel like the game's decided before that matters. Maybe it doesn't. We can play Karn. Oh, Nettle Cyst is fine. Yeah, play Karn the Great Creator because people just like cards like this in artifact decks for no reason. There are exile effects. You can get your exiled artifacts back. Trinispheres finally left the dollar mark. I don't care about Cloud Key. Repurposing Bay is a card, right? It's weird, but it works. It's weird, but it works. Forsaken Monument is played. We would not really... Why is Forsaken Monument played? Now I have to look at the lands. What do we got down here? Why are we playing Forsaken Monument? That doesn't make sense. War Room, Urza's Saga. Oh, yeah. Darksteel Citadel, Academy Ruins. Reliquary Tower. The Urza lands. What? I would never think to play the Urza lands in EDH. It's just a general. But I suppose it's just an untapped colorless land that sometimes you get all of them and it's great, but still, I don't know if I like them. Like, what's the Forsaken Monument? What are we doing with that? Karn is in 25% of... So is Ujin. Mindslayer? You mean Mindslaver? I guess Expedition Map. Oh, that's not Magic Arena. Yeah, you're talking about Mind Slaver. I think there's a Mind Flayer. I don't think there's a Mind Slayer. What does this do with the duplicator? Oh yeah, you just win. I actually just like Mindslaver in a thing like this. It's kind of like your door to nothingness. It's actually just it is door to nothingness. It's basically door to nothingness. It's close enough. I don't think I've ever Mindslavered somebody in normal EDH and then they proceeded to continue the game. I think it's happened in Arena, but not EDH. Not on paper. That card, you just... Whoever gets targeted is just dead. It's just door to nothingness. It's actually better than door to nothingness because you can use their resources to mess up other people first. So it's like just better than door to nothingness. And it's colorless. That's funny. Alright, that's enough of looking at these. Alright, let's... Okay, I don't think I actually like Padim. I like Padim, but I don't like it enough. I don't like Mirror Enforcer, and I guess I don't like Frogmind either. I thought I would have, but no, now I kind of don't. Okay, Ledger Shredder is nice, but I don't think it's necessary. More counterspells would be the one thing I'm mostly interested in. Reliquary Tower is weird, but I don't know where that's getting its ideas. Not seeing it. Do I own the thing? Mystic Forge? It's only... No, it is artifact spells. It's not just colorless. I've only really played this in colorless. Not really artifact decks, but I think that's should be in here. Metallic Rebuke is a bit odd, actually. Alright, how do I win? Okay, Snapcaster is weird. Seek new knowledge unnecessary. Chromatic Star unnecessary. That felt too easy. Therefore, something is wrong. Maybe we're fine, though. I feel... Yeah, okay, I feel... Alright, I feel like there's going to be a lot of changes as I play this deck, because I put this together too quickly, I think. I don't know, it felt too easy. But it's Urza, Lord High Artificer. Fortunately, I know what it does, so I don't have to suffer trying to read what that says down there, because it's not happening. It's a 4-mana 1/4, and it enters, you get a 0/0... It's right there. You get the construct equal to your artifact count. It counts itself as well. And then you can tap artifacts for blue mana. And then you can pay 5 to shuffle your deck and get the top card. And I think it's play? Wait, no, I actually see that. Yeah, it is play, so you can hit a land. It's sort of like Golos in that regard. And you just keep spinning. So you play a bunch of artifacts, suddenly they all tap for mana, and your opponent falls behind really quickly if they don't deal with this, assuming you have some healthy amount of artifact count. The turn it enters is very crucial, in my opinion. So if you want to play it and expect it to live, you probably want to have like untapped mana. However, it leaves behind a massive token most of the time, and I think that's okay enough to maybe not really want to go crazy on trying to keep it alive the moment you play it. However, there could be the argument that that is wrong, and I would want to play it when I have more mana than 4. Now, it creates mana. Your opponent can kill it in response to the first instance of mana, which would be the construct. But, I don't know. If you have other artifacts in play, they also now tap for mana. So if you had just anything ever on turn 1 that you didn't utilize, and then you play your Mana Rock on 2, and you play it on turn 3, the commander, you could now have 2 mana, but again, they could respond to the second creation of mana from the construct before it shows up. So like mana drain and stuff wouldn't be available. So maybe 1 minute protection spells could be your counter spells in that line of thinking, right? Your ideal opener. Again, this is not 4-player, this is 1v1. It's just brawl, so I don't know if that's a problem. You have to go back in the lab, I suppose. But yeah, I expect this deck to to be in and out of the deck builder quite a bit with this one. It's a unique mono blue situation here. I think you should just play a Mana Drain. This is one of the better instances of Mana Drain because you do have colorless expensive cards, and colors mana matters. So, yeah. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm a bit groggy today because of July 4th. I was dancing around a fire, singing songs from the movie Sinner, pretending to be Irish. So, I'm a bit out of it, but what better deck to play than some complex mono blue thing after you've drank copious amounts of flammable water and almost blew up your hands yesterday. Alright, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Maybe nothing will happen. Maybe I'm wrong about everything, and I don't have to think. What are my quests? Oh, I can reroll. That one? Hey! Alright, all of them are done. All of them are doable. Look at that. I also woke up to a huge bag of brownies that I don't remember bringing home with me. Don't remember that. I've been eating them all day. Not the best idea, but, you know, such is life. Okay, I don't know what any of this is. Alright. Timna and Crom. Timna Crom. The second time ever that I've seen partner. It's not green again. Last time I saw it wasn't green either. I don't know what the two were. It wasn't Crom though. Is theirs a like tier 1? I don't know. Kind of surprised me. It can be super scary though. It can be scary. If it is, then I suppose I'll have to make the necessary changes so I don't lose every game. Day's Undoing. That's an uncommon one. There's a good chance I don't crack this bauble. Opponent appears to have some kind of thing here. What is it? Subtlety? Could also be Solitude. So we have an invoked elemental. I don't know if I'm cracking the bauble. Well, it can lead into a turn 2 play, which I do not have. Could be quite important, maybe. Alright, so we know about Mana Drain. We don't know about it at the ideal time, but it is certainly there. Yeah, I don't have a turn 2 play. Tragic. That's probably the most impactful thing of this juncture. Yeah, well, might as well make some kind of move. Shall do this one. Is it... I think it's Subtlety. Or it's Solitude. It's not Pact of Negation. You couldn't pack this anyways. Mystical Dispute. Alright, well, I did not expect that one. And of course I played a blue card. Definitely lines up there. Alright, what's this? Opponent casts their second spell, draw a card. Okay. I would say maybe not the most likely thing for me to do. Like, ever. You draw a card. That's all it does. So if I target this with the unable to scream, I don't know what exactly that even accomplishes. So, alright, it looks like it is Solitude. It must be, because they didn't make a move there. Yeah, it could. My head has Solitude now. I'd love them to leave up Mana Drain for like the next 30 years. It's probably... It can only... Oh no, it can take this. I can take that. Oh, okay. So... Guess it's not Solitude. Am I spinning? You can spin whenever you want, right? Can. Well, I'm not leaving anything up, so... You got it. Spin we shall. Oh, well, wait a minute. If I cast the card, you could have, drew a card off of your Krog. Opponent is playing, like, the sweatiest of things, but they're all highly reactive cards. They're not, like... So... This thing? Okay. I've lost understanding of what that free spell is. I no longer know what's going on. I don't know what it is. I have extremely concerning things in hand, so... This is Mana Confluence. It would be unfortunate if the first game we played today was decided completely by Mana Drain Mana. But it doesn't look like that's the case. Okay, they drew a land for the turn. Oh no, the Brainstorm. Yeah, it could be anything. I don't think I'm blocking. Okay. Did not have to shock themselves. It's not necessary there. Okay. And just recast that, right? And I most assuredly should recast that, I believe. So I will. And pass, swing for 4. Okay. Okay, Grief is probably going to take the Mind Slaver and not the Portal, although both are just equally threatening. I'm not going to cast Dig Through Time first. I'd be blown away if they didn't take the Mindslaver. I think they have to take the Mindslaver. Okay, so if there's a counterspell we lose, and they didn't take Mindslaver, so there basically must be a counterspell now. Oh, it could also be removal. Could also be removal. Mystery brownies are the best brownies? I don't know. This doesn't stop the problem. Actually, nothing stops the problem, so... Yeah, there's nothing here that stops it. I might as well take it. That doesn't stop the problem either. I don't lose outright, but, I mean, it's still the thing to do. Okay, that doesn't actually do it. They needed to do that before. No shot you have Stifle. Okay, that's fine. And swing for 2. They take 4. Oh, they just died. They died anyways. They died anyways. I saw the 4. Like, oh, they take 4, but it's commit to memory. They took a bajillion. Oh, no. So they were dead anyways. Okay, yeah. So it was subtlety. It was subtlety. All right. So I got confused because they like didn't play it when I thought they should have in the subtlety window available. But I suppose all of the blue cards available were actually just cast, so there was never a spot to like do this. Wow, my opponent actually literally just mono mythic rare max sweat cards. Like, jeez. But yeah, they paid a lot of life. We got low. I never had to block this. Or at least I felt like I never did. And we got through all of this. Wow. Very, very interesting first game. Okay. That's funny. I don't think... Yeah, if the Dark Confidant hit a land, I think my opponent's still doomed. Because the Mindslaver is, like, backbreaking there. Pretty, fairly backbreaking. Could have maybe killed them if I force them to swing all out. It gets passed back to me. I think they're dead, actually, if I did that. Alright, it's Kiora. It's on the play with the 1-drop, and I have no recourse. I think I just don't feel like doing that. Congratulations. Game just ended instantly. I have literally no recourse to that. There is no recourse. When the green player is on the play with the Minotaur, especially the one that makes it so half of your deck doesn't work, and just move on. Everything's just uncounterable. I don't see myself doing anything that whole game that matters. What is this? Ojitai? Okay. I don't think Tezzeret's working, but it sure is there. Arcane Bombardment Worst Fears. Well, those are cards. Those are cards. Tome of the Infinite. Whoa, what are you, what? 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 I guess I play this. Kinda ugly, but whatever. Alright, we getting tomed? Is that the nature of this game? You know how it's gonna pan out the whole game? Just infinite duresses because that's the best thing to hit? Alright, Ponder. Not the best hit, but definitely not the worst one. I don't instantly lose to Wash Away, but it definitely doesn't look good. Alright, apparently it's not Wash Away, so... Now I just pass the turn, so I don't lose the game. I'd probably play... If it was just Wash Away, I'd go for it, but it's not, so it doesn't seem like a good idea. And I imagine my opponent also agrees. They should also not do that. Oracle of the Spaghetti Noodles. Sure. We do this now. Get around Mana Drain. Okay. Wait a minute, this doesn't work. Oh, it's 3 of them? Guess it does work, because the Oracle... Oh, the Oracle. Right. Alright, so is it Wash Away? It's definitely looking like Wash Away. It's definitely looking like Wash Away. Oh, I guess not. Swords of Plowshares then, huh? No. They don't have the ultimate stuff. Literally crazy. Randomly generated Swords to Plowshares, I guess, is a thing. I guess I'll fight. Alright, they didn't randomly generate the win. Unfortunate for the opponent. We play this. And then... we get rid of Solar Transformer? I guess? Does that change anything? Not really. So we play this. We play this. I should play this, right? I would argue. Ugh, I have to manually tap all of this. Ugly. And pass. Alright. Ojutai does not have the right of way to swing. It doesn't have haste. But I am arguably out of gas. Inventor's Fair can find something good, but it has to, like, it has to do that. We're still susceptible to randomly generated Swords to Plowshares for what I assume is the entirety of this game. What else would be annoying? Force Spike is actually kind of annoying. Duress would be pretty bad to see. Assault Strobe would have been good there as well. I'm definitely not winning this, or I'm not currently winning. I'm not ahead, I mean. Well, this is the longest I've seen Tome of the Infinite not just, like, win. Yeah, we lead with this. Get rid of... Defense Grid seems like the most annoying thing ever right now. And I feel like my opponent must respect it, so... Bloop! Like, you have to respect this card, and this probably just... miserable. Alright, that worked out. Sure. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Sure. Let's tap that. And, recast this here. So do I unable to scream? I think I do, so I don't lose my Tezzeret, and then I can pay 1, 2, 7, 8. Kind of hoping to crack that, but it looks like I cannot crack the bobble. Have I played a land? I have not played a land. Okay, that works out. It works out in some regard. Tail's End is nice, but Esper Sentinel like can still draw a card. Sure. Yep. Knowing my hand is unfortunate. Oh, wait, I can't cast my cards. I can't cast my cards. That's right. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. I don't know if my opponent wins out in that trade. I think that favored me. I think what my opponent just did favored me. But, well, it's too late to take it back. I'm not sure I would have done that. Decline. Just get rid of 2 islands. Yeah, why not? Let's play you. And... you? Oh, shoot, maybe it did favor my opponent. Thought I had more I could do. Okay, no, fine. Fair enough. Tail's End is, keeping the Ojutai away, which is the ideal thing here. Sure, I don't care. What did they name the first time? The River's Rebuke? They named the River's Rebuke, but then unsummoned the board. That's funny. Alright, yeah, that slowed everything down, but I'm just pretty confident I came out on top from that. Yeah, this is fine. I'm not taking my opponent off white. Oh my goodness, we're taking them off white mana right now with that card. We actually are. So, no Inventor's Fair, but that's totally fine. I just stopped an entire color from the opponent. Looks like it's a Force Spike. Interesting. What next? Defense Grid? This thing? I really, really want to get rid of this. I really want to do that. And then we can just play this. Now they draw a card. Play this. And I can swing. Alright, so no white mana. They have to have a basic plains. I'm sure there's plenty in the deck, but they just have to have them. They can still cast other cards, though. Just no white mana currently. Alright, they shuffled in a bunch of random spaghetti noodles, which could very likely favor us. That's another land. I'm also just sort of drowning my opponent in cards. Discarding this is about the same. Yeah, we could just discard that. We could just discard that. It's kind of like almost exactly the same as like not discarding 2 or whatever, so. Mana drain. Alright. By all means. And can I swing? Sure. And then we just pass. This shuffles whatever they just scryed on top, because they did just scry a card on top. So they have a bajillion zillion things in their deck that probably not the greatest to have in the deck right now. So land, River's Rebuke draws my opponent a card, but I think I'm so far ahead now that that's just fine, right? We're like so far ahead, I can let them just do that now. The tax on the cards is still there. And we can just play this. Can probably start spamming Tezzeret now. Still no white mana. So no more Esper Sentinel, I suppose. Shuffling in even more Mox. They have 113 cards. Oh man. I mean, I know there's other scary cards there, but like that's a lot of Mox that you really don't want to draw. Alright, so get rid of the lands. Play this thing. Improvise. Play this. Move this. Yeah. Okay. Wash away. Can I cast it? Can cast it whenever I want to, apparently. So I guess I can cast Wash Away? No, it'd cost 5? No, I can cast it through Defense Grid. I can cast it through Defense Grid. Well, we got ourselves a sword. We got ourselves a fog. Nice. I love it. I love to see it. Alright, so cast this. Winter Moon. Ooh, oh no, opponent. The doors are closing. Oh hey, look, it's Mana Drain. I'll take that. Opponent got a Mana Drain this game. How come I get to get one too, right? Let's stop casting cards. There's no... Even through Defense Grid, there's just no way that they can fight back and also cast something. My opponent did Mana Drain this game, right? Yes, they did. So far, every blue player has had Mana Drain. Alright, they found white mana. No way I'm fighting over that. They can't run into the Tail's End, so it's not Ojitai. Has to be a board wipe? Believe so. What does this accomplish? Okay, it accomplishes enough that I will make a move. Didn't play Esper Sentinel first. This finds basic planes. Let's counter. Can I afford to counter that with this? Seems like I can, yeah. You cannot force spike. Yeah, you can no longer force spike this. Stopping the white mana has to be just the right thing to do here, for sure. How's the deck so far? I mean, it play patterns, you know. I've had, like, rather engaging decisions. Even through every player, including myself, having mana drain. Mana drain's been at its most innocent, I suppose, if there's even such a thing. Alright, they found a white land, but it still stuck to the Flood Moon here. And Tezzeret's still just drawing away. Drawing. I have no mana to tap the One Ring, though I think that might be one of the only ways I lose, is probably that. And that would maybe be wrong to worry about. I wonder if they do this now or wait. Are these two cards worth it? I don't think so. Opponent completely says, I don't care, I'm sending it. Alright, so we untap that, doesn't matter. I can sort of do whatever I want. Let's get rid of you. Well, that's a card. I don't know if I can kill my opponent, but it's definitely close. Memory's really good. Throw over artifact. 1 plus the mana value. I don't actually have anything crazy. Can I get through this blocker and kill my opponent? Can I kill my opponent? Oh wow, wait a minute. Can I kill my opponent? So far it doesn't look like it. I don't think there's an artifact that I can find right now that does anything involving my opponent's deadness. So if there is, I'm not currently aware of it, and I can't sit here and think about it, so I don't have the time to sit here and think about it. There might be something I could genuinely... I'm going to decline that. Nettle Cyst. Okay, we found it. We actually found lethal. Wow, that's really cool. We found lethal in a number I did not deliberately go out of my way to think about. That's really neat. Cool. Cool game. Very cool game. We shut down, or we... well, Ojitai is not the kind of commander you play on turn 5, usually. I mean, especially given the situation. But yeah, neither of us going for the commander right away, and then playing the slower control game. We never got scammed. Well, I mean, they do generate value, but they actually got a lot of ponders. But still, it wasn't Swords of Plowshares. It wasn't swords spamming, so the game actually could be played out, and then... they shuffled in, I think, like 15. No, they shuffled in 5 of each of these, right? Top decking Time Walk when you have nothing else to do is not really exciting. So the Flood Moon put in a lot of work shutting down the white mana. However, the white spells, we never truly shut them down long term. They did find Black Lotus. They were they actually forced me to interact with this because it's a way to get a basic planes, which normally you would not interact with that card. So they had white-based things to do through this. And we, as a consequence, lost access to Inventor's Fair, which could have found lethal in a ton of different ways. Yeah, really cool game. Nice. Ojitai destroyed. Love to see it. I like Ojitai. which is great. So defense grid is symmetrical. It wouldn't say that. I mean, it's like slightly symmetrical because we can tap it for mana, so it sort of discounts the interaction on our end. And I don't think taxing our interaction is really a problem. You could say defense grid is not necessary, though. It didn't impede what I was trying to do at all. It could just be something adjacent. It could just be another counterspell, actually. And we just can fight the opponent's interaction with interaction instead of defense grid. My opponent didn't necessarily, like, that game didn't feel like defense grid was the reason they lost. So, like, is there something to be... It was like the slowest blue-white control thing you could ask to play against, and it didn't seem like defense grid was hosing my opponent. In fact, I think all it really did was mess me up more than my opponent over the course of that game, but that's just how it panned out. I think there was a force spike that it did prevent, if I was to read priority correctly in that turn cycle, where that thing happened. I'm not sure defense grid is necessary. Felt like at its best and was still not great. Yeah, Oracle was making their deck worse for sure. Recasting it. I'm surprised they kept doing it. It does give you the outs of Ancestral Recalls. There were 5 Ancestral Recalls in my opponent's deck. You add the recall, but you also add the other chunk that are bad. Although Time Twister is also really good for them, but it's also not amazing because I get cards, and I would love to just have Time Twister happen. So I don't think they would even be too happy, but you have to cast it in that if you find it. You don't have a choice anymore. Alright, I'm going to try without defense grid. I wouldn't say it's bad, but I can definitely do something better. Cheap artifacts is the one thing everyone's going to yell on YouTube that I'm not running enough of. To be honest, I kind of agree. Aether's Spellbomb is actually a card. It's just a card. It's a card. It's got text on it. This gives hexproof, right? Enters, pays, blah, 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 hexproof. Yeah, so we can give hexproof to our commander through this and the other things, but I like the fact that this taps for mana. You know what? What are we looking at? What are we looking like? Urza is the 1, 2, 3, 4. Urza's the 5th most played commander with Giant's Amulet. And it's only in 0.7% of decks. So the idea is obviously to do something else then. But I'm not 100% incorrect, I guess. Yeah, they could have had it and maybe didn't cast it, but I would disagree. I think you have to cast it. They could have had it, though. You're right. I think you have to cast it, though. I don't think you can just keep the game where it is. You have to do things. You have to. You're just losing. As it stands. Also, again, the fireworks are going to be going off for the next, 2 months. We can run Vexing Bauble. Huge. Huge. Oh, Paradox Engine? I don't know. I mean, I see a lot of Thassa's Oracle, so I guess that's where everyone wants to go. I mean, Paradox Engine is just insane. Oh, wait, what's our thing? What are we looking at? What's our, let's see, we got 2, 3, or 4s. So Repurposing Bay, I'd say has a solid hit on each mana value. Yeah, I'd say so. The ones that matter. Could probably shave a land, honestly. No, I don't want to go there, though. Actually, yes, I do. Because we were playing mana rocks, and then suddenly our entire deck taps for mana. So I think I could shave a land, and... Like, if Urza dies, we do take a huge blow to what we're capable of. I haven't felt like I need 1 mana dive down effects yet. Again, your opponent responding to the token is the issue. Which makes them bad, but if your opponent doesn't play around it, then if they don't play right, it'll cause them to lose. Alright, I mean, it's working. Maybe I'm not trying to sweat anything. Who knows? If Paradox Engine just skyrockets your deck weight points, you take it back out, would be my recommendation. Alright. Well, I've only seen Urza like once. So we gonna learn. This is useless. This is weird. This doesn't seem fitting to me. This is a hand with stuff in it. So as I comfortably say my opponent has more experience in this situation than I do. We both doing the same thing. We must leave up counterspell, and alright. So they do have a counter spell, because they didn't cast Arcane Signet last turn, so it's a 2-mana counter spell. I should plus and pass? I feel like it's impossible for my opponent to cast Urza, so I will not cast Urza. That's what I thought. Do I cast that? No. I think I'm gonna just get this out of hand. No, it's keeping my opponent guessing. Should keep that. I think my opponent has a very high chance of going for it before I do. What do you know? Yep, right at the perfect mana juncture when you have the two floating. Oh, of course. They were willing to fight over this, which is a bit tragic. So we bounce the token, or do we bounce Urza? I feel like the token is a problem, but Urza's the game plan. Alright. Yep, no surprise there. Max punished for everything I try to do, and I think we lose. Cool. I guess I'll make them show it, but yep, that's game. Okay, I actually drew interaction. Unbelievable. I know, crazy. Still just losing heinously, though. Yeah, I'm just losing terrifically here. But at least I got it in play. I don't know if it's worth anything, though. Okay. Yep. We have 3 cards in the graveyard? This is bad. Alright, my opponent had probably the most god tier hand possible for an Urza opener, especially for the mirror. It was just absolutely, undeniably perfect. No, there was one card that would have made it better. Cavernous Souls. If they had Cavernous Souls, they would have had above and beyond the best hand possible for the Urza mirror. Like, that is the exact hand you want to draw every game. Like, in the mirror, that was shy of Cavernous Souls. It is the best draw possible, really. Just about. Perfect interaction, perfect payoff, resolve threat. Here's the opponent's not going to be able to do anything. My only advantage to that game was being on the play, and I just couldn't capitalize on it. Could have went for it. Could have just sent it. Because we lost, it would have made sense to go for it earlier. But I think the same outcome is guaranteed to happen. So River's Rebuke in spin. Is that good enough? Solar Transform... Oh, they got rid of Wash Away? What? That's weird. Oh, is it weird? Maybe it's not weird. I don't know what the rest of the hand is. Getting rid of Wash Away is really weird, though. It's definitely strange. Okay. I mean, I guess we played the game for a bit. Alright. I guess we played the game a little. Maybe I can still do something. It's definitely not looking good, though. Wayfarer's Bauble when you don't crack it. It's kind of interesting. But I mean, Wash Away's gone, so I could just cast my cards, I guess. River's Rebuke here has some modicum of value. Oh, what am I dead to? What is this? Okay. Oh. I don't know what to tell you with that one. And it's just another one of those games you don't really get to play. Just didn't get to play the game. I cast my cards, I guess. Alright, yeah, sure. I did cast my cards. My cards were cast. Alright. Yeah, I guess you don't need Wash Away when you have that. You definitely don't need Wash Away. That's not part of the equation when that's your hand. Alright, we need people to calm their hands down. It's been a little spicy out of everybody's hands so far. And by a little spicy, I mean insane. Alright, both of these are weird. Rift is not bad, actually. It's not good currently, and doesn't appear to be good anytime soon. So, I'm looking for stuff that involves getting rid of this now. Yeah, I'm going to reevaluate some of the large things. We're not getting to them, I've noticed. Although, to be fair, we're just losing to, like, you know, the fastest things possible. So it's not like it's Reality Heist's fault my opponent has, like, the nuts. But it definitely doesn't help. Alright, we are yet again behind substantially. Yet again. What does this actually do? Spells in the graveyard, okay. So we just cast this for 2 later? Is how that works? I just cast it for 2, which I think is actually fine. This might actually benefit me because it's not dying. Decline. Yeah, like now I have a 2-mana Urza instead. I think I'd come out on top of this. I feel like that favors me. To have it, like, you untap with it and put it in play at a more significant turn. They also just hard cast Derevi. Oh, yeah, no, that would actually make sense here. Okay, never mind. Makes sense. Alright, well, my opponent has everything they want. Do we also have the magical Phenomenal Wash Away? We do not have the magical Phenomenal Wash Away. Look at that. I don't know what to do now, though. I didn't think this far ahead. That's not what we're signed up for. That's not what we do here. Let's do that. And this? 2, 3, 2, 3. Dang. 4, 2. Dang it. Okay, everything's kind of ugly. Yeah, everything's just ugly right now. Alright. Is what it is. Artifactual? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Bident of Thassa. Okay. Tapping Urza's kind of painful. That probably is too many cards that I don't want to play against. I think that's just too many cards here. Alright, this probably gets Esper Sentinel and Mother of Runes? I don't know. Esper Sentinel and Spectral Sailor. Alright, not really what I had on my radar, but Esper Sentinel makes sense at least. Okay, well, artifact count's looking ugly. Yeah, I think this might be the first game I actually learned something here for realsies. Witness Protection, what exactly does that do that's productive? Kind of nothing. I don't care about Esper Sentinel at least. Okay, yeah, we're not winning this. We're not winning. It's over. Just accept that now. See the writing on the wall. Let's reconvene. Oh, I should have swung. Whoops. I should have swung for my quest. Tragic. Alright, you're not real. Metamorph isn't real. I don't even think I like Phyrexian Metamorph anymore. No, Metamorph is fine actually. That one's fine. No, there's no crazy out that I could spin off. I could have just spun, but it's not. There's nothing there. Oh, was there? I don't know. Too late. Maybe there was. I don't think so, though. This is very, very slow, but I don't hate it. If in board states where this is impactful, I think this is fine. There's like board states where it really can just win. Those are slow and grindy board states, but they exist. Portal would have been... No. I kill Spectral Sailor, Esper Sentinel, and this isn't doing nothing. That would not have solved their issues. But I guess it would have been in play and could have mattered later? Maybe not likely, though. Gotta be careful with the colorless lands, but it's not really been an issue. I don't own Clock. Do I? Oh, I do. Huh. Spin of my... Alright, yep, nope, you're right. I actually think this makes sense. I'm thinking of Vidalcan Orrery, which is the ley line, right? Would we play this? I guess we do have Vidalcan Orrery. I don't know. Not sure that is this kind of deck. I swear I know someone that almost looks exactly like that person in that art. Not blue, but you know. I know some chick that looks a lot like that in the face area. Just not blue. Okay, Rook Turret feels ugly. Go away. That was great. It's not. Nope, Go-Go's not real. What about you? What? Untap all non-land permanents in your end step. With interaction, it's like your wilderness reclamation. It's just wilderness reclamation. I mean, that's fine, right? Wilderness reclamation works to me. Still want more cheaper artifacts, though. I feel like I don't have more, more cheap artifacts, not more cheaper. I'm not going to run Lorien Field Reverse. I would rather have something else. I think Tezzeret is better off as kind of like anything else, honestly. I don't really care about the 5-minute ability, but if you do, I guess Training Grounds is whatever. Not really interested in that direction. I guess I could put Metamorph back in. I guess. Although, I don't know. I don't know. Ornithopter is a card. Ugh. But it's Ornithopter, bro. It's like, these are just so weird. Like, I don't want to do that. I want my artifacts to actually matter beyond being mana. Chaos Wand? Well, I just took out Reality Iced. I just took it out. So no, that's not... It was not working. So you tap this on your opponent's turn, Howling Mine. Being each player's if it's untapped. Yeah, you tap this on your opponent's turn, and they don't get the mana, because this is a mono, or whatever they used to be, like a mono artifact, where like it has to be untapped to work. So Howling Mine works. Can tap it. And I'm pretty sure... When do you draw? I should have looked at that. Draw step. Alright, so yeah, you do draw if you do that. That's kind of neat. I mean, I'm a fan of Chaos Wand. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know if we're ever really gonna use it if it's in play. That's the problem. I'm gonna pay for it. I'm gonna hit like... I don't know, man. This might not be the kind of deck for that one. But I do like Chaos Wand. I've won games with it. I beat a Hackdos player, Chaos Wanding the perfect card to kill their Hackdos that was named on the mana value that I had stolen and won the game, so I definitely made someone uninstall Arena from Chaos Wand. I will never get anything like that again. Man, I don't like my artifact options. Thoughtcast? Bah. Retrofitter Foundry's cool. Kind of slow. This is cool though. Don't think we're going in the old Magistrate Scepter department. I like me a Steel Overseer, but I don't love me a Steel Overseer. Yeah, I don't like my artifact options. I don't like them. Moonsnare is probably fine. Oh, but Moonsnare... I don't know. It's a card. Shadow Spear is neat. only keeping this because I'm on the play. Hullbreaker Horror. Hullbreaker Horror is not in Arena, is it? Hullbreaker Horror is in Arena? What? Oh, come on, game. Come on. This keeps happening. This happened all the time the other day, too. Turned late on it. Is? Oh, shoot. Okay. Yeah. How many decks care about Hullbreaker? It's kind of the Orcish Bowmaster issue. There's not a lot of decks where you're glad it's there and can do something, I feel. Alright, well they let me have this, but I don't know what I'm doing with it. But I can cast it 2 turns in a row, which I think is actually quite significant, so I'm going to do that. Okay. Guess nothing I do matters. That works too. I was kind of hoping to at least keep the token. Alright, I'm not sure what I can do here with Paradox Engine, but... Wait, I guess I can't really do anything with it, huh? I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. So, this here... And I can play a land... And then I can cast the One Ring? Right? No, I can't. Should I crack this? What would that even accomplish? Not really anything, huh? No. Alright. This is a hard cast Elish Norn out of a Tessa deck. That's kind of crazy. Okay. Opponent has the juice. I don't think Mindslaver's, Wow, they have a damage land? That's crazy. Sure. Alright, so land, tapped, of course. And that. This. Play this. Oh, we play the One Ring first, actually. I think I'm tapping the One Ring for mana here? Actually, I don't know. Does that make sense? Not sure. Let's do this first. Let's actually just draw. Okay. Play... Yeah, we're going to tap it at least once for mana. At least once for mana. There's a pretty decent chance this game is over. Paradox Engine does not need a lot of help here. Does Mindslaver end it? It does not end it, but I'm certainly going to cast it. Okay, so not much anything I can do that's too exciting. Can crack this. What does that do? Nothing great. Alright, I can't, no, there's no punish. There's no punish here. Can pick up nothing of consequence. Oh, do you have to pick something? Ugh. Gross. So... no attack, obviously. Yikes. Really ugly there. Alright, definitely not his best. So we get rid of that. And then move it to the command zone. Because that's all I can do. Alright, kind of ugly, but, I mean, I don't know. Maybe we can still win. So... whatever we do starts here. Shadow Spear is a pretty good start, actually. Alright, so we're gonna go crazy. Because it's our last turn, so I'm gonna click as fast as I possibly can. Shouldn't be tapping mana rocks to Urza, just unnecessary clicks. Yeah, we're gonna draw again. I mean, this is literally our last turn, so there's really nothing about. Let's play you. But I'm pretty sure there's just like no way my opponent gets another turn. Can basically draw my entire deck here. Though. I can actually legitimately draw my whole deck. Yep. And, yeah, okay, so we do win. It's just a lot of clicks. The One Ring is fast, though. The One Ring is definitely fast. I could jack it up. It's no guarantee. But could lose to the, rope. I just need Displacer Kitten. Nettle Cyst does it too. That's lethal. I just have to put 30 artifacts in play. I might have to click even faster than I am. Alright, no more unnecessary tapping. What are we at artifact-wise? 16. Move this here. And we just cast 11 more artifacts and win. Yes! Yeah! Alright, so I did have to get into the zone there, because I can lose to the rope, but Paradox Engine is just going to blast it. Yeah, that... So, what Mindslaver did there was, I guess you could say, buy me a turn. Because my opponent just doesn't get an extra one after, like Emrakul. You just steal the turn. You know, I wouldn't say it's door to nothingness here, but them essentially skipping a turn definitely helps me. I also reset their commander too, which was nice. But yeah, the only thing I really needed was another turn, and well, we got there. If it wasn't for the rope, we could take our time. We can easily draw our whole deck. Repurposing Bay is one card I'm aware of that would at least get rid of this if for some reason I did not kill my opponent here. But we have River's Rebuke, Cyclonic Rift. Just have to play 30 artifacts, and they're dead. I also have a ton of life gain from the Shadow Spear as well, so I actually don't really have to bounce this. And, yeah, there's not really a play in hand or anything my opponent would have on their turn to come out of this, but, huh. It was an attentive player. They didn't just, like, throw their phone. They were there looking the whole time. That's interesting. Elish Norn is nuts. I wasn't sure if we were going to get here. What was the early thing? Yeah, they killed my commander, and I said I could cast it 2 turns in a row. Complained that they killed it anyways, but I did get to cast it 2 turns in a row, and it did matter. So, cool. Opponent's playing Thalia. Paradox Engines deserved. You guys and your disdain for cards. Thalia's fine. 3 mana, even the 2-mana Thalia. Play it all day, please. Those cards are fine. You can't just. I mean, at that point, we're going down the list of every card I've played against. Someone said something about Ojutai earlier, and then the next thing was like Displacer Kitten, and then the next thing was like, no, they're just cards. We can't just ban the whole format. I think Thalia is completely fine. It's a totally okay card to me. I will gladly play against it all day. I don't think there's a problem with that one. I think the only... I think we've sniffed out the main issues, which, you know, Mana Drain and Dark Ritual, those are the problems. Okay, we actually have Mana Rocks for turn thing stuff. Have we... I don't think we've ever resolved Urza on turn 3 yet. Every time I've had it, my opponent's had counter magic. Who knows? Maybe this will be different. Who knows? Borborygmos is interesting, so... Well, we're about to get CEDH, given the Tamiyo play. That's a must-answer threat, I think. I feel as though I basically lose the game if I don't answer that. But I'm more just sold on trying to cast Urza fast. Alright. But Tamiyo Go is just winning the game, basically on its own. Alright, looks like it's not the lol I win the game after casting Tamiyo situation. So that's nice. I will not interact with it, because Mana Drain is broken. After having just complained that this is the main issue of the format. Have your clue token, my friend. Interesting. Sure, that seems like something I didn't anticipate my opponent was willing to do. Alright, you got it. I'm not sure if I went out in that exchange, but it certainly feels like I did. Let's stop this from existing. Let's play this. And move the equipment. Okay. This is only a 4/4, so I can block it forever. I do have Mana Drain, but I don't have another card. I will Mana Drain literally anything. Okay, opponent wisely does not instantly concede to Mana Drain. Let's spin. Could lead with the heart. Oh, spin. Not great. Spin again. Sure. Bunch of bad hits here. Bunch of bad hits. That's not a bad hit, but it's definitely not the most exciting hit. But I mean, it's got text on it, I guess. I don't know. It's non-land permanents, right? Yep, so I can swing with Urza. Alright, so we have untapped stuff, I guess. Memory Spaghetti. Alright, they're looking for lands. Can I spin? No, I cannot. Let's crack the Mind Stone. Alright, Mana Drain didn't end the game. As much as I want to win, you know, that's nice. Let's play... Ooh, both of these are solid, actually. Let's do this one. 1, 2, 3... And then, can I play Treasure? No, I can't. I will move this here. But I don't know if it matters. I feel like it kind of doesn't. Could have swung first, actually. Yeah, definitely a bit of a mistake there. Could have swung first. I need to draw something. I don't have infinite time. It's just a teamer deck that was slow at the start. but that doesn't mean it's not a teamer deck. Bone Crusher Giant. Interesting. Borborygmos. You got it. Discards nothing. Discard one or more cards this way, where it's just twice a creature. Alright, so they just didn't really use it. Let's play Treasure. Cruise 1, 2, 3. Displacer Kitten, do we win? I mean, it's close. It's close. Can I swing? My opponent would actually like to trade here, I think. It's probably a really good idea to wow, I didn't trade. Alright, so we do nothing. Alright, Metallic Rebuke is a card. That's a really unfortunate card to see. That's a really unfortunate card. Alright. Is what it is. Super unfortunate. Suppose if it's the only thing they're doing, it's fine. Oh, it's not. So they would rather have the Tidebinder. That doesn't work. They should have targeted. They needed to do that on Displacer Kitten. They did it on the wrong card. Let's see if we can't punish that. Oh, I guess I can't pay 5 until I cast something. Right. So, yeah, but I still think I'm always doing that on the Displacer Kitten. Also, why did I think they could block this? Should hold the land. I didn't draw anything. Tragic. Super tragic. Alright, we have infinite kitten hits in the deck. This is insane. That is the most insane outcome. Alright, we take those. Their hand might just be all lands. I mean, it's kind of the vibe I'm getting. I suppose that's true for us as well. Looks like that probably is the case. They do swing now, sure. You don't want to kill the thing there. Yeah, it's kind of insane that I just didn't draw anything. Alright. Well, now there's problems that I don't have a solution to. Come on! Alright, yep. No, you can't block with the Sidebinder. No, you can't block with the Sidebinder. I think you should just go to 1. Yep, you have to. You cannot block with that. I could have. You know what I could have done is bounce this, actually. Maybe that would have been right. Ugh. Tragic. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay. Huge. Actually massive. Game-endingly winning? Sure. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Doesn't work. We have more text. What? What did work? Chat. What? Why did that work? Why did that work? How come they didn't? Why did that work? Why did that? I don't understand. I activated Shadow Spear and it still had... I have to do it before? Alright, well, rip. Nope, I did it again on accident. I don't know why it would say before. It doesn't... Your permanents, your opponent's control, lose hexproof and indestructible. I let this resolve, they gain it, and then they never lost it. I waited till the heroic intervention resolved. I'm pretty confident I waited till this resolved. That's what I did. I'll go back and look, but I'm 99% certain that is what I did. Should I block this? Yep. One, two, three, four, five, six. I can't get access to that land, huh? Nope. Oh, well, I guess I screwed it up then. So I can play the old get rid of the top card of my library game, find something that's actually good, cast the good thing. I don't want those. I don't think I can win? Repurpose the forge? Hold on. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, we got there. Okay. So, okay, what did I do wrong? Activated Shadow Spear after intervention, but before Odawara resolved. Is that not what I did? That's exactly what I intended to do. That's where in my head, that's where you have to do it. That's where I thought I did it. But apparently I didn't. I don't know. I'll see in a second. But I thought that's where I did it. I guess not. Let the intervention resolve. And then activate the thing. And then the Odawara happens. So. But yeah, okay. So I have no idea how I win from here. If my opponent forced me to keep playing the game, I actually don't know. Do I have the One Ring still in... Okay, okay. So the One Ring is in the deck still. We tap here, here, here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 mana. 7 mana. We get the One Ring, we lose... It probably doesn't matter, but let's lose Nettle Cyst? Because I think this is good enough. We could lose either of these, to be honest with you. I don't have a haste threat. This doesn't really do too much here. We get the One Ring. We don't have a cast trigger, and then we would have to draw something. And if we did not draw something, I don't believe the the thing would continue. Now, my opponent probably doesn't have much going on, but that's subject to change. It's a Teamer deck with 500 mana, so who knows, but okay. Yeah, I guess I needed to hold full control. I just had to hold down control. I think the Otawara resolved before I went to use the equipment. So I guess I needed to do that. Fortunately, it didn't cost us the game. But it could have cost us the game. It was looking like it had a really high chance of costing the game. But it didn't. The fireworks are going crazy. What does this do? Okay, I don't really care about the text box, but just red-green beatdown is just a thing. Just a thing. Not a great unwinding clock hand, honestly. Okay, they played something that's probably just better than what they have in the command zone. Not ideal. I don't know, it's just Gruul beatdown. It's pretty straightforward. Not much to say. Well, that's annoying. Okay. That's all I've got. Cool. Alright. Fun. Can't gain wouldn't fix the problem and make it more convoluted, be less intuitive. Be the opposite direction you should go. If you say can't gain or have, like how go read Archetype of Endurance. That wording would have fixed it. They took Solar Transformer. Wow. That's crazy. Oh, no, just not taking that here. Okay. Yeah, this Archetype of Endurance. We're sitting pretty. Alright, have your card, I guess, I'm playing this. Lose and can't gain. Still not enough. Still not enough. Lose, can't gain, or have. You gotta lawyer up here. You're not covering your bases. Alright, I don't think I have a very productive Urza scenario here, but do the best I can. Land is nice. Clock, not really doing anything, really. I don't know. Mono black is not the best thing to see here. Okay. So we're losing our 2/2, which is unfortunate. Rather not lose my 2/2, but okay. Yeah, I don't have a lot of artifacts going on right now. I mean, that is to say I even untap Urza, which, to be honest, it's just not very likely. Yep, alright. That's the typical... I mean, if I was, to be honest, if I was on the play, I think this game would actually be very, very different. Of all the play versus draw situations, that is one that is notably different. It's just not on the play. Yeah, still don't agree with the Thoughtseize, but, well, they did what they did. Because if they already have it, not being able to gain it wouldn't change anything. Like, you can't gain Hexproof, but you already have Hexproof, it wouldn't do anything. So you'd have to have, Oh, wait a minute. If it says lose it... Oh, yeah, no, you're right, I'm dumb. You're right, I lawyered myself into a corner. Because they lose it on the first part of it, and then they can't gain it again, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, never mind. Never mind. Lose and can't gain, yeah. Yeah. Because having it you wouldn't be able to have it because you've lost it. Opponent, that's not Delighted Halfling. That is a huge misplay. Huge misplay. Tragic. Chatterfang is such a cool deck. I hope my opponent continues this after I cast Mana Drain. Okay, I feel less bad now. Tireless Provision is just better than Chatterfang. Alright, they didn't concede instantly. Let's see what we can do here. So, always that. 3 mana. I guess this. Not the most exciting, but you know what? Look where we are. Look where we are because of Mana Drain. What do we got? There's the Eldritch Mystic. No additional land, okay. This is mana neutral. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't really have any Metamorph. Okay, well, the game continues. The game continues in the face of Mana Drain. I like it. I'm here for it. Probably wanted to tap differently, but that would be a little... Actually, it's just kind of completely unnecessary to do as such. You've got to close Arena after you checked cards. What? Interesting. Wow. Alright. Someone survived Mana Drain. I'm actually excited right now. Honestly, maybe if they were playing tier 1, they would just go to concede. I'm not lying how long it's been since someone hasn't conceded to an early Mana Drain. I couldn't tell you the last time this happened. Alright, so dig through Tupperware. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And am I swinging? No, not 8. I am not swinging. Also, they have Liberator, so I should probably send the mana off artifacts now. Not really a great pile of cards here. Suppose I'll take these two. Do I need more mana? I mean, I don't need them. I don't need it. But it is what it is. We're not swinging. Do we crack the Liberator? Does the Liberator flip is actually more of a relevant... It doesn't flip. The day-night cycle is in my favor. Artifact... Yeah, yeah, I see what you're saying. I see. Okay, none of these cards in play have anything to do with tokens except this one. But this is not an ideal way to start the token thing. Okay, well, kind of changed it around a little. Okay, alright. Out of cards, but that's, you know, they got a board state. It's got stuff is happening. I like it. Okay, 5, 6, 7. Still kind of ugly. Everything is ugly. But I think I have time to just do this. Interesting. I think I'm always blowing up the creature token. I don't think I'm blowing that card up that my opponent just blew up. I did not draw a land, but I did draw good cards, so that's okay. I think it was right with the dig through time. I think it was right. We'll see. So we can make... Oh, well, that's... Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, my goodness, bro. Whatever. Tireless Provisioner. Instantly being the best card in my opponent's playthrough. So, this was a really good draw. That was a really, really good draw. Probably one of the best draws, actually. One good thing deserves another, I suppose. Guess I'm just casting this. Kind of meh, but sure. I mean, still, Tireless Provisioner, just put my opponent right back in the game. Another Naturalize. Sure. That would have been fairly useful, I would argue. I can recast Urza. Okay. Weird attack. Can you do this more than once a turn? Yep. We have 10 mana exactly? Okay, that probably wins the game. How does Finality work? Doesn't work the way you want it to. This doesn't really feel great. I think I'm just always Cyclonic Rifting. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's not lethal. It's not lethal. Plus X, minus X. Yes, it is. Right? 5? Yes, it is. Chat, why am I, like, BMing my opponent? This is most assuredly lethal, isn't it? You can't do anything with the... these swirl tokens. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, well, I didn't account for that. Yeah, that's a really good draw. Tragic. That was a phenomenal draw, yeah. Okay, well, I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. But they can rebuild here. They didn't rebuild in a super efficient fashion, but I don't know what we can do. Okay, well, they top-decked a land, so you got it. Went back to being okay. Um, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now we have Mindslaver. Now we have it. Because the rift didn't work. They sacked the bird, sure. Yep. There's no attack. Opponent draws Reclamation Sage. Alright, so we want to sack. Whoa! Okay, yeah. I'm gonna sack... Ooh, this is actually hard, because Jet Collector is insanely good here. I think I have to sacrifice the Jet Collector. So they get one squirrel, I can sack the squirrel somewhere, and then I can blow up... Okay, yeah, we're sacking the Jet Collector. Definitely. This card is like... This line of... I've never seen this be more relevant. That was insane. But yeah, we have to sack that. So they keep Chatterfang, but I can naturalize Witch's Oven with the Reclamation Sage. So they can't really do anything? Can crack the treasure. Suppose I'd eat the food for my opponent. I think I would, honestly. They're always going to be able to eat it, so I might as well force it to be that's the only thing it can do, is just gain 3 for like a forage card or something. But I can't permanently deal with Chatterfang. But my opponent doesn't have anything that cares about it once the oven is gone. Wow, this was a game with an early mana drain. They almost turned it around. But, I mean, Tyler's Provisioner. Opponent was playing Chatterfang, but this is the best card they, it's not even close. This is the best. It was the only thing keeping things from, just keeping the engine flowing. Good old Provisioner. Man, that card is so insane. Tyler's Provisioner is just so insane. It really is. So insane there. But we beat it. We beat it. Make them draw off the land? Oh yeah, I suppose I could just kill them, huh? Make them just lose 3 life? But that's boring. Uh-oh. Okay. I think I cracked the Bauble turn 1? No, I can play Arcane Signet, right? Every time I play Bauble, I have a 2-drop, so I don't end up cracking it. Kind of annoying, but it does tap for mana if I don't get rid of it, so... That's a card. Guess I could just wait. Do we win if they do the thing? Black, black? Okay, sure. Well, we got him. We scared him. Unfortunately, we did actually have it, but it would have been really satisfying if I didn't have it. But, unfortunately, I do. Opponent, there's literally no choice. Just take the Mediterranean. It's not even close. Yeah, there you go. Figured it out. Now what? I don't know. Okay. Looks like I had the best line there. Cyclonic Rift. Nope. That's castable. That's castable. That's funny. No shot. Really? You have another one? Well, now it's just too late to respect anything. No way you have another one. Okay. So that was a... That's a card. Not cracking the map this turn. Would be rather unlikely. I think. Counterspell. Fascinating. I have no recourse. Good old stealing counterspell, yep. And there's nothing on the top of my deck, of course. Could have actually... No, you know what? I feel like protecting that is not necessary. Do I want to draw buried treasure? Not really. Maybe it's okay. Whatever. Oh, well, there goes another. Yep. Now maybe I can't draw it? No, I still can, actually. Still can draw it. Opponent's out of cards. That was a... Yeah, okay. Okay, things are happening. Wonder if killing Urza was even right, actually, I wonder. Shouldn't have killed it. Let's put this here. And move this. Can I? No, I can't move without tapping the token. So yeah, we just pass. Alright, giant token. Opponent's in top deck mode. We are miles ahead. What does this do when it dies? Gets back nothing of consequence. Alright. That's funny. Shouldn't have killed Urza. Shouldn't have killed Urza. You gave me a giant token. I don't think that was worth it. I don't know. I mean, they have to have... They just got to cast their card, though. But they don't have to sack anything. They could just cast it. But I can just block it, so actually casting it doesn't produce anything. I could just block it. Yeah, this was a... I don't know. I think I played really well with the K command. They tried to punish my K command by attacking, like in me having a block here, but it pretty telling you have some weird spell in your hand. That's why I put the 1/1 in front of Ragavan and didn't block here. And then after I had blocked, after I had read correctly what this was, then they cast it when it was too late. So that's why I got the block in front of the Ragavan. So I played around my opponent's stuff like really well. And I made them think with the Inquisition and the Mana Drain. With the what you would call it there? The Wafers bubble. So I think we actually played this quite well. And we drew out of issues and our opponent got completely wrecked. Cool. Feel good about that game. Yeah, definitely a slow thing, but it looks like they were really interested in interaction there, so. And they had it. They also had Ragavan, yeah, because Ragavan and interaction, you know, like poor opponent, their Ragavan didn't win the game. Oh well. Imagine getting salty that your Ragavan didn't just end the game outright. Could you imagine? Alright, we're gonna bank on Flood Moon. We're banking. Going to the bank. I think I'm gonna take out Mystic Sanctuary. It's been a bit of a disappointment. Is it free? No, it's not free. It is not free. Did I play? Did they go? They mulliganed to 6 here. They did mulligan to 6. How many lands? 3 or more islands? Yeah, I'm taking this out. It's a bit of a disappointment. Bruh, the naturalized effects are just like insane right now. So many naturalized decks right now. Alright, so they have stuff. Is it enough in play? It's kind of actually concerning. But we'll see. I don't know. Can you beat this card? You can't with the lands currently in play. And they have a mountain. Do we have a burn spell? Of course we do! Alright. Hey. Oh, me trying to do stuff. Could you imagine trying to do stuff? Alright, yep. That's just game now, right? Not only did they have the perfect interaction, now they have infinite naturalizes. Oh look, more perfect interaction. Yeah. Well, if you draw like that, then I guess there's nothing that could beat you. Suppose there's nothing in the world that could beat you. GG. GG. Had it all. Basic Mountain Lightning Bolt. Okay. You got it. Scam victory out the window. But like I said, we were banking on it, and it didn't pay off. So. We lose. This is a really bad matchup. I think this is a really bad matchup. This is definitely a really bad matchup. It's just like do here? I can... I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Okay, that's insane, but sure. How do you not just Eureka? I'm honestly completely baffled. A little bit beside myself, but sure. Scry 2 on top, as is tradition. I don't know why they did what they did. There it is again. There it is again. The mana rock that I needed on turn 2. Here it is on turn 3. This has happened, I think, 4 times today. Kind of unfortunate. Kind of unfortunate. Alright, so you can do stuff. No, this is just... What are we doing? We're wasting our time. What are we even doing? It's just a complete waste of my time. I don't even have any business playing against Eureka. I don't know why they think I should be pitted against it. It doesn't seem winnable. I think my opponent could probably skip 2 turns. Like, if I start the game with 2 lands in play... You think we can win if we start with 2 lands in play? I don't know. Probably not. I don't think so. If we had the 2 lands counter a 1-drop, if we could counter their only 1-drop with our free 2 lands, we might be able to play against Eureka. But that doesn't actually solve your primary issue, because they can just do it again very easily. I don't know. That's a really good question. Is 2 islands in play turn 0, not including the land drop for the turn? You have 7 cards in your hand. You just start with 2 islands. Can we beat Eureka? I don't think so. I don't think so. It definitely makes us have a better scenario than we would have if we didn't. But I still don't know. Like, we have to just start with these, and our opponent goes land 1-drop. Land drop. And we don't have a counterspell, let's say. We have a counterspell. Okay, yeah, let's do the absolute ideal busted scenario. The game just gives us 2 islands because Eureka's deck weight is so heavy points-wise that we get compensated by free islands. We have 7 cards. They play a land, 1-drop, we counter it. Goes back to us, we play a land. We play, let's say, a mana rock. We have 2 mana. Goes back to them. They play a land. They play 2 1-drops. Very likely, at least 1 land drop. Or, 1-drop. Yeah, not land drop. And then, let's say I don't have another answer. Goes back to me. I play Urza. I can't block. Eureka happens. They draw. Anything, even like Fatal Push, because a Revolt counts, would just kill me. Kill Urza, because Revolt triggers. So there's a lot of efficient removal for Urza. They could just have a 2-mana counter kill spell as well. Have the same scenario. I don't think I'm winning with 2 islands. I think on average, with 2 islands in play, Eureka is just going to crush me. I don't think I'm winning with Black Lotus. Like, you just start the game of Black Lotus, I don't think I'm winning. I don't know. I'd have to like play out more scenarios. Because the scenario I just played out involved having actual interaction too. And I don't think that would be good enough. Alright, there's Sithis. Alright, now we're just seeing all the tier 1 decks, I guess. I don't know why. Sithis on the play too. Well, if they don't have one of their 15 O-rings, maybe we can play the game? Well, worth trying, I guess. Worth trying. At least the tier 1 players play fast. From my experience. For the most part. You usually get really comfortable with the decks. Alright, well, they got scared of Wash Away, so it's definitely tier 1 brain. Definitely tier 1 brain we've got going on here. I think it's like just Essence Flux. Yeah, it does die to cut down too. It's not just Fatal Push. Mana Drain, the 1-drop? I don't think so. I don't think that changes anything, fundamentally. Yeah, they actually did respect the Wash Away. There's a stop in my upkeep, but I have no idea why. I don't think there's anything in their deck that would care to have that. Strange. No Solitude. So we have 2 mana. We can play this. I think that's the only thing to play. We could put stop here so the game doesn't ruin everything. Actually would have legitimately ruined everything if I didn't do that. It would have given my opponent a card. Alright, like I said, you either have your O-rings and the game's over, or you don't, and it's not over. Alright, they have an O-ring. Game's over. It's almost like I've seen the Tier 1 stuff 7,000 times and know what I'm talking about. I don't think there's a lot of recourse to this. Okay, I got a turn with Cyclonic Rift, but I don't know how to capitalize. It doesn't look like I have a good capitalization on this here. So we play that. Yeah, it doesn't look great. Bounce? No, it doesn't. I don't have it. I don't have it. So I think now is just banking on Cyclonic Rift later for 7 instead of fast mana this turn, with the chance of doing stuff relevant. It's not looking good though. You have 2 blockers? What do you mean? Oh look, it's an O-ring chat. No way. No way. Yeah, I haven't been playing protection spells, but I guess I could. I love how Sithis just doesn't care. If you swing back, they just don't care. They have to go to discard already? Jeez. That's actually kind of fast. Okay. Do we respect the 40th O-ring? I don't think so. I'm going to go ahead and say we do not respect that. Scry 2. Brainstorm is interesting, but I'd rather just draw something better, and my hand is okay. So, yeah, I'm swinging. I mean, there's a game to be played. It's just the things I say happened, and they put me in a bad position. Like the Howling Mind is unlocked. I mean, it's just the It's just the O-ring. That's all it is. I suppose this is slightly better than O-ring because I can't recast it, but O-ring is about the same tempo-wise and whatnot. Alright, that doesn't fundamentally do enough for me to make a move on it. Oh look, chat, it's another O-ring. Crazy. Wait, I can't counter these anyways, right? Yeah, I can't counter them anyways. Never mind. Don't want to accidentally do that. O-ring, 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 O-ring. O-ring, 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 O-ring. So I can pick up Archmage's Charm and then not really do anything with it. I guess I'll put it on top? I guess. I've also meant to take this out. Let's play this. I don't know if the One Ring is what we're doing this turn. I don't know. I guess? No, I'd rather play this. Yeah, we'd rather play this here. And then play Thoughtcast, yeah. And then we can swing. I guess. So my best bet here is an out-of-nowhere lethal, which I've put myself in the best scenario to accomplish it. Okay. Yep. O-ring, 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 farewell. O-ring, 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 O-ring. Not really anything I can do. Technically, I could have respected farewell, but then I can't Cyclonic Rift. There's no respecting farewell. There's no respecting farewell. Actually, I don't see farewell too often in Sithis. I don't see it that much. Could just be circumstance, but fair amount of the times it's not something that pops up when I play against it. If we don't get there with the lands, this is terrible. We're on the draw, though, so... Oh, I forgot to take out it. I gotta take it out. I'll take it out next time, I promise. Taking out Mystic Sanctuary. I don't even know why I thought it was good. Maybe I just thought it was free. Alright, well, as per usual, Vivi doesn't really look too crazy without, like, Mox Amber or Mox Chrome Mox. It's still crazy, it's just not, like, you know, game-breakingly crazy without it, so... Okay, we're in our second main phase. Interesting. Okay, we played an island. Did we almost, like, accidentally go through our turn? Why'd they do that? That was weird. What are we doing? I don't understand. Okay. Oh, we make... What? Alright. So... Yep. That was that was just weird. They like moved phases and then thought for a while and played that. Very strange. I feel like if yeah, I don't know. Trying to sniff something out. But it doesn't, it's not like the next turn gets any better, right? Because we just have this. Well, there's no reanimate in blue and red. There's only one in the graveyard, no delve. Okay, so it looks like they actually do have a Mox, I should say. Because they've been just falling asleep with 86 years of priority. Do I play... Ooh, no, we go this route. We go this route. We name Artificer or Human? I guess Artificer is all the same. I'd rather surprise my opponent with Cavern, but I can't miss my land drop for no reason. It's not worth it. There's a pretty good chance they don't even leave up mana anyways. So...
Okay, apparently they have rocket science level stuff going on. Play this, deal with the Stormkiln Artist, and yeah. It's not very often you see people roping out before the, whatchamacallit, before you get your extra rope. I'm not sure, I have like Rivers Rebuke, I don't have many cards that stop Hellsmeld from just being 4 men to win the game against me. Oh my goodness, this Chromox has tripled the time this game should have taken. Good lord. Good lord. Alright, looks like there's also something else. Maybe it's Subtlety. Maybe it's Subtlety. Or Pact of Negation? It could be Pact at this point, actually. Yeah, it could be Pact. I think it's a new card, to be honest with you. So, do I just, like, spin the infinite wheels until I do something? Or do I just play this? I'm playing this. Oh, they have Urza. Right, they have Urza, they can cast spells, I forgot. Oh, bro, please. Okay, alright, you win. Just stop thinking about things that are not hard to think about. I'm just moving on. I don't think I'm coming out of the house meld anyways. Just taking the millennia. Alright. Take our packs and run. That's what we'll do. I'm taking out Mystic Sanctuary before I forget. Bloop. Yeah, I don't think we're running that anyways. Well, one would argue I should probably run Hellsmeld. Kind of forgot about it. What has not been working? We have not cast Tome, but that's not too big of a deal. Unwinding Clock. We already have Paradox Engine and stuff. I don't know if I like this. I actually don't even know if I like the other version of it either. Yeah, was it this thing? Unstoppable Plan? It hasn't been quite as effective as I want it to be. I don't know, I kind of have to already have a seriously, or moderately scary presence in play to have it really start to matter. And it doesn't help me get there, so... They haven't been great. Could run blue fetch lands. I probably should be, unfortunately, as much as I maybe don't want to. I think I should, yeah. I think they should have been in here. Just don't like it, but whatever. We do have Del spells. I don't like Fomori Vault. This makes treasure? No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. Very slow. I've never liked this. I never if all you're doing for 5 minutes is making treasures, you're not winning. It means you've got nothing else going on, and that's not great. Treasure Vault's interesting, I guess. Maybe it's kind of almost at its best in this deck. It's maybe free enough. I don't think the fancy lands are that great. Yeah, let's run Hellsmeld. That card is definitely dumb.
At least it's appropriately costed. Imagine Hellsmeld cost 2. Knowing Wizards, there's really no reason that couldn't be possible. Oof. Oh no. Someone in Twitch said Mindslayer earlier as well. Everyone's saying Mindslayer instead of Mindslaver. I don't like it. Alright, this has got the good color in it. That's not great. I don't like to see that. I've also struggled to actually cast Metallic Rebuke. Turn 1 Brainstorm is nuts. I feel like that's kind of crazy, but okay. I think I would just wait. But, is there uncommon line there? I don't see it too often. So this thing, yeah. For Mind Goblin? Assassin's Trophy? Oh. Tragic. That's not Assassin's Trophy. Okay, well. Apparently, Urza is now deemed, like, the best deck in the game. After having not played against the best things all day, and then now it suddenly are against it. I don't know what happened. The past hour, we just hit a wall of, like, Tier 1 nonsense. We just got thrown in the hell queue, and I don't know why. Everything was fine. And now it isn't. I don't really have any recourse to removal, so... That just sent face, sure. Yeah, well, I guess I'd do that too. I mean, look at this mana base, bro. I'm playing against, like, max Sweat Lords. Okay. This can take whatever it wants, I guess. Oh man, if I could play Wintermoon right now. Ugh, tragic. What the heck is this? Conjurer's Training Grounds. Okay. Alright, you've had enough. Maybe we move on from the all mythic rares $25 a card land art player. And move on with our lives. Not winning that one. No siree. Close though. Close, but not close enough. Yeah, I want to go back to the fun decks. I don't know what happened. We're not having fun anymore. We weren't like this in the beginning. In the beginning, it was fine. We literally didn't see a single, like, crazy deck until, like, 2 hours in, and then it was a wall of the best things in the game. So, again, people just have these crazy takes that they know where cards are, but they're just always wrong. Like, wait, what is this? This is not Tier 1. We're all over the place.
We're all over the place. Maybe we return to form. Is this a good hand? I don't think Negate's doing much here. Brainstorm's alright. Okay, we got mana. Yeah, mana Brainstorm, this is fine. This is okay. It's as okay as we can hope for. Until it isn't. Bum 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 bum. Whoop. Actually, I couldn't tell you the last time I've seen this commander. What? It's blue and green. Who knows? Does it have to be good? Actually, what? Should I just steal it? I'm gonna go ahead and say I should steal this, so I will. I'm gonna say that's important. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna say that's important.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They have mana. Apparently not much else. So let's play Urza now? No reason to brainstorm. Already played my land. Yeah, there's none of that going on here. Alright. House Melt, I guess, is a card for some reason. Another person playing Fountain Port. This is a pretty popular card, I just don't really like it. Huh, okay. Get House Melted. Right when we added it too. Right when we put it in the deck. We're so close. We have to swing with one more creature.
When was the last time we swung, actually? I don't know. It's been a few games, I think, since I've actually, like, swung with a creature. I think. I'm not sure. I feel like it's been a while. We're almost at the swinging with one creature every... Oh, what's the average there? 5 minutes? On average? One attacking creature on average every 5 minutes, I think. Math could be jacked up there. I'm not sure. Alright, so it's this one again. Vile, Smasher, and what's the other one? Timna? Yeah, that one. Alright, so we saw this one before. We've seen this one a couple times, actually. No fast Emery. Yeah, we never got that combo. This is not a Linorel's deck, but it can be like a Thoughtseize? What does it take? Probably Emery or this. Probably this, actually. Yeah, it's not this situation here. Okay. Interesting. I'm not gonna cast the Bauble. I'm not gonna cast it. That's weird. But okay. Still not gonna cast the Bauble. Oh, they could have mana drain, actually.
that was possible. No counterspell, no interaction. Wow. Or no interaction they were willing to commit. Very particular. Okay. Is this the same player from last time? Is that what this is? I mean, they're giving me time. Like, I'm having access to things that I just kind of didn't expect to. It's weird. I'm going to utilize my resources. Playing a non-Urza game here. There are genuine cards I could... Actually, no, we need to play this just to cast this. Okay. Mana draining Thought Monitor is pretty sad, isn't it? Yeah. Pretty sad outcome. Let's see what you draw, actually. Has my curiosity. Alright, a card that they might not care to play. Made you realize you don't enjoy Simic? I like me some blue-green. Who doesn't like blue-green? It has all the good stuff. It has all the good stuff early and late, actually. It's got all of it. VV, sure. VV, no Ristic Study. I'll trade, because the Living Weapon token is not long for this world anyway, so... Opponent's been kind of beating themselves up with their cards. Do I have Mindslaver? No, I don't have Mindslaver, but I have a lot of damage upstairs. I suppose I'll make the attempt. I shall make the attempt. Let's play stuff first. Actually, no. We should just play this and swing. Because it's a 2-turn clock, and if it dies, then rip skis, I guess. Okay, it didn't die. If it did, I would obviously want to Emery it, but they didn't kill it, so it's not dead. Okay. Am I playing Urza? I guess. Makes a giant token. I have a huge board presence. It's rather threatening. Let's also get that in play. Okay, things are happening. I guess. When it takes 5, they can't cast Time Warp, even if they find a land. Dark Confident now must be dealt with. They can't play the game with it in play. I'm used to TNT. Yeah. Bruce Tarl, I haven't seen a lot of that. On paper, obviously. Can they take an extra turn? I mean, you can. Should you? You gotta deal with your Dark Confidant. It's gonna... It's just gonna wreck you here, isn't it? I feel like it is. They have to do just a bunch of different things. So, I think it starts with dealing with the Dark Confidant. So, a board wipe would be a thing? No, we're just going. Okay. Do we have a removal spell? How are we dealing with Dark Confidant? Okay, we're surveilling something on top that keeps us alive. I like the frog, yeah, but I mean Uro is the... Oh, they did not get a surveil land. Okay. They did not swing with Dark Confidant either. Okay, they lived. Now they still have to... The same problem still exists, but they have more mana now. Good sign, good sign. Alright, we got there. Don't believe there's anything my opponent could possibly do with 1 mana, but I'm still going to make the move towards this. Was this Stifle? Oh. Well, if it is, I didn't do it. Okay. I could activate this, right? Yeah, 1, 2... Yeah, I could activate Mindslaver. I think this... Actually, even last time, we Mindslavered our opponent, but the Dark Confidant killed them anyways. But let's say it didn't. If it didn't kill them, there is a very high chance... Actually, there's a 100% chance that I could just ruin their everything ever, and then nothing comes of anything there. But yeah, that's... okay. Alright, Cecil's weird. Cecil's weird. Last time, Crom was just in play flying for 4 the whole game, but this time it wasn't. We take those. We take those. Alright, play a couple more. I am hungry and tired. Alright, well, when I said a couple more, I meant real ones. I don't know. Alright, we're going to play it out because I want to debate my theoretical again. Alright, they're on the play this time, which is actually even worse. I didn't even say if we had the 2 islands and we were on the draw. Is this the best possible thing I could have here? No, it's not. Is this? No. No. How about this? Okay. Alright. And you... No, there's no reason to assume Wintermoon has any text, actually. Oh! No Ornithopter? Oh my goodness. Step 1 complete. Step 1 complete. Although, wait, no. Step 1 was we were on the play, so we actually kind of... We lost step 1. Oh, no, they have a flash creature? No! No! Oh, come on, that's cheating. That's actually just, like, insanely toxic. Alright, we didn't get the next step. Yep. But, hey, no one dropped, so who knows? Anything's possible. They did kind of have the best answer for my next turn, though. It was like a really, really good card to see. Alright, so we want to play something dumb? Yep. Okay. Surely you flare this. There's no way you don't flare this. Dang it. Okay. Surely there's no removal. Yep. Dang it. Bruh. Too much. I'm telling you, bro. Too much has to go right. Too much has to go right. And yep, there's Winter Moon doing literally nothing. As per usual. So... you... now we get the flare? Yep. And I want Nettle Cyst, and this doesn't do anything, so, yeah. Yeah, Winter Moon's not a card, definitely. Maybe they mess up the Scalding Tarn. Okay, we're done with counter spells. We're past that, right? That's literally not possible. Okay, interesting. That is not leaving up the flash creature. I wonder why. Non-basic. Come on. Come on! No! Alright. Winter Moon not gonna do anything this game. But that's, you know, it's not really a surprise. Eureka is just... it's absolutely disgusting. So disgusting. Ugh. Where are the VV players? What's going on? Why come I can't just play against VV more? It's not fair. Alright, let's play you. We have things here. We do have stuff. We do have stuff. Let's play this. Let's equip here. And then move the other thing? Can I move the other thing? It's equipped too? I can. I can. Gonna lose my living weapon, but hey, damage is damage, so... Alright, get in there. Come on, let's go. Come on. This is a Hail Mary, but, like, that's where we are, so... Sure, yep. Take slightly less damage. Fair enough. I don't think that card was doing much in this specific spot anyways, so... might as well. Alright, come on. Sure. What do we got? Nothing crazy. Or this isn't crazy, so... Widery Grave. Come on, play it. Winter Moon. Cards. Relevance. Yes. No. That's not what I wanted to see. So they go to 8, and then they get more Eureka stuff with things. Another map token, sure. Alright, that's not great. Okay. Sure. I guess I should have blocked the other one? I guess? I don't know. Does it matter? Yeah, I guess I should have blocked the 2-4 instead, actually. Yeah, alright. Does it matter? Let's see. Can we kill? Wait a minute. Is this lethal? No way. Oh, it is. Oh, wait. No, it's not. Is this lethal? No, it's not. Hmm. Oh, no, it was one off. It was one off. Okay, I should have blocked the 2-4. Should have blocked the 2-4. Yeah, should have blocked the 2-4. 1, take 2. Oh, I think we missed it. I think we missed it. Oh, no. I think I wondered it. Oh, no. Swing, block there, take that. And then... stuff. Can I get access to the card they put on top? I can draw it, sacrifice this and draw it, but I don't know what I could possibly put on top of my deck that matters. I have no subtlety, I have no flair, I have no stifle. Yes, I do, but I don't have mana for it. I have cards, but none of them do anything here, right? No. Yeah, none of them do anything. Okay, so we'll just take Portal, I guess. Because it literally doesn't matter. Could take this. It doesn't matter. I think I'm just dead. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I think this game is over. Let's see what goofy overkill card is in my opponent's deck. Alright, yep. So, I needed to... I think we had lethal here. I just blundered it. Block this. No, never mind. Never mind. It doesn't have to be the thing that hits you for the treasure token. That goes to 2, 8, down to 2, 1. 8 down to 2. Down to... No, down to 3. Down to 3 because of the black market. Goes to 2. So... Trample with 1 extra. Okay, so if we didn't... If we swung for 8... They would be dead. Because the black market would kill them. So, sacking this... made me lose a point of damage. They would be at 1 right now, and if the hand didn't deal with anything, they would have actually died. So there was an out, and 1 point mattered. That is to say, there's probably plenty of things they could do to get out of that, but I would have to force them to find it. And I didn't make them I didn't force them to do that because I got rid of the point. Yeah, okay. I don't know, it's probably still better to draw. But I could have probably just drawn after, like post-combat. Yeah, okay. My opponent's line was not possible if I swung for 8. Oh, that's so sad. Oh well. Well, back to Eureka being unbeatable. Back to it being unbeatable, but to be fair, I think we had an out. We didn't play to it. Didn't play to it. I'm not sure what I was trying to do with the pre-combat sack. I don't know what in my head I thought was a good draw that mattered. I don't know. It was obviously a mistake, though. Obviously a mistake. Yeah, I think they still win. Like, they just scheming symmetry for anything else and win, still. But, we didn't maximize our outs. We didn't give it the old college try. Alright. Well, leave it to Derevi to have it all. There's not anything I can do, so I guess congratulations. No, they didn't have it. Wow. World first. World first. Yep. My opponent tried to represent it. I didn't respect it. Well, I guess I did emotionally. But they didn't have it, and the game's over. They presented it, tried to see if I'd go for it, I did, and they gave up. Yeah, I know, a turn 2 concession from Derevi is not very common, but the Lions do be like that sometimes. Ooh, I don't like the draw. Well, I mean, it is what it is. So many turn 1 fetch lands. So many. Well, it's the time to do it, I guess, but still. I kind of wish the fetch lands never got added to the game, just for the sake of time. I don't think they're, like, busted, but it would have been nice to maybe just not have to constantly see the fetch lands just take all the time. They took Negate instead of Buried Treasure. What do they exile? Valky? Okay. I feel like I'm taking Buried Treasure, but, you know, you can just answer Urza and just not care. That's a Chromatic Lantern. Do we have Wash Away? Pretty likely, I guess. Otherwise, why would you cast that? No, they don't have Wash Away. Chat, we're just getting away with crazy stuff today. Oh, wait, no. Nicol Bowl still just exists. Yeah. Never mind. Still prepared for my shenanigans. Okay, Portal not looking useful. Although, okay, we got to a position that I didn't think we would get to, which involves killing their commander? Right? Oh, maybe not. 2 equip. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a second. If I move that... Bruh. Bold from the opponent, but it paid off. Tragic. Well done, I guess. Shoot. That's unfortunate. We have the sweeper as the ultimate payoff. We have the ultimate sweeper payoff here. To go with the untapping of the Planeswalker. Well, it doesn't look like it. I guess not. Sure. That's not a card. Okay, so Inventor's Fair for nothing. Everything here is just kind of ugly, isn't it? Yeah. Everything's kind of ugly. Stop having things. Oh my goodness, please. Uh... Stop having things. There's not even that many cards in my deck that do stuff here. Could have spun into something. Alright. Well, that's actually insane. That's insane. Alright. We're back in it? We're back in it? Please? Oh, that was such a good draw. Oh, it was so good. Please stop having stuff. Run out of things. Surely, there's no basics. No basics. No basics. Oh, come on. Let's get rid of, you. Come on! What? I'm losing my mind. I'm actually losing my mind. You gotta be kidding me. Of course, another basic, right? Alright, at least we got a Thoughtseize out of the way, for all that matters. And I don't think it does. Alright, Urza, I don't know what it is, but it's okay, that does something, actually. That actually does something here. Okay, okay. Alright. We name Artificer, I guess. And then I just do nothing? No, I'm gonna do this. This is just the best time to do it, so. Wait, what? Oh. I was about to say, what do you have there? That'd be weird. Alright, now what? Come on, Winter Moon. Put us back in it, please. Please. What's all this manual tap nonsense? Sure. Not many cards help them deal with my board here, but they have gotten some really nice cards so far. Damage is coming in. I think I'll spin pre-combat. What could I find? I don't think I could find anything with Inventor's Fair that I'm willing to cast. I think I'll just spin. Of course. Come on, bro. And then you wonder why I never spin. Then you wonder why I never spin. Okay, well they blocked. What is that for? Some cheat death stupid stuff, maybe? No dumb cheat stupid death thing. I'm not gonna crack the Mind Stone here. Why would they sack that? Must be a board wipe? They played a non-basic and it's tapped. Huge. Okay, huge, huge. They have to minus, right? You have to minus. You can't plus. You have to minus. Yep. Yep. Oh, come on. Okay, do this. Yep. Midnight Clock getting kind of scary. Okay, okay. Swing here. Okay. Play this. Yep. Play this. Giant Threatening Token. Do this now. I should absolutely do this now. Something spicy? I don't really need it. Okay, that is lethal. Yeah, that's lethal. I think I'm lethal without it, though. They lost the treasure tokens. Come on. Okay, sure. Redraw, redraw, redraw. Okay. Okay, they're just going to my turn. Good sign. Okay, let's put this... Let's spin. Duress. Yeah, yes. Oh, get wrecked. Oh man, what a roller coaster. Oh man, after the stolen cards. Oh, the Winter Moon bailout was just insane. Oh man, I have not gotten to spin Urza that much, and man, that was... Whew. You know what? To be honest, also the tome killed him. Actually, we got effectively lightning bolt, sort of. Definitely worse than lightning bolt. We got that in assault strobe. We actually had two things they had to answer off the tome. Now I'm not sure how relevant it is because I'm not sure what they can do at this point. But like if they went to 3, I'm not sure what their outs are, but they could still top deck sweepers. Yeah, no, there's a lot of good things about what we did there. Cyclonic Rift is very good for Midnight Clock as well. When they go to sack it, like at the last turn or whatever, I can definitely do the thing and wipe it out. Oh, man. Alright. Had my fill. Grazer has saved you... Eh? Oh. Chat's having a conversation that I wasn't invited to. Wow. Actually toxic. Okay. So... This is weird, but it's fun. It plays cool. I like the cards in it. I would say, honestly not really that surprising, that the 5-minute shuffle I didn't really go for too often, and it's also just kind of hard to do it. It restricts what you're able to play as well, like counter spells don't like it. Hitting a land is kind of sad. There's some good hits. It's not like it's all bad, but like for the most part, it's not reliable in any way. I don't think it's really designed to be a reliable ability. But it's on there. I think it did win one game. But for the most part, you're not really going there, I think. Maybe, I don't really know if there's any way to make that awesome. You could play 15 more expensive cards, but you'd have to then like somehow get this in play and also get to the mana to spin it, and then would still actually have to hit one of those cards. So I don't know. I think the bottom one is just whatever, but I don't think that's what makes Urza really scary. If you untap with it, you just have so much mana. Some of the fastest mana, probably, if not just the fastest mana in mono blue. You could do a ton of mana rocks, kind of just like colorless. You have access to the same thing Ujin has access to as a colorless deck, so there's, you know, fast blue mana in that way. But for just a blue commander, mana generation was really nice here. I didn't have to play a bunch of 3 mana rocks to play stuff like Portal, because everything is a mana rock when Urza's in play. Some games feel unwinnable, but that's not anything surprising. There's always bad matchups. It's just that this one kind of has. It feels like a particularly really rough time. Again, this not unique to Urza. Against Yuriko, there's not a lot of stuff I'm doing to stop Yuriko. It's kind of uncounterable, and Frogifies don't really work because they can just pick it back up, or like block with it later, and then it's always 2 mana. It doesn't matter. So Yuriko's a complete nightmare, absolute nightmare. I did see tier 1 nonsense, but I did not consistently see it. There was an hour window where I just saw a wall of Hellq, and I don't know. Every time I see a Hellq commander, people in chat or in the comments, they just, I think I said this last time too. They just say, "Oh yeah, it's Hellq, clearly." So, well, no, it's not, because most of the games it isn't. You just randomly play against Scythus. Just boom, there it is. Oh hey, it's Keenan once. There you go. Welcome, hello Keenan. Like, it's just there once, and then the next 2 games it's not. Completely all over the place. I can't say that this is going to reliably beat the vast majority of things in Hellq. Mono blue, outside of like Baral nonsense, or that kind of thing, like Tameo, does struggle a little bit, right? You're not online quickly. If your opponent has something like Delighted Halfling or Cavernous Souls, a chunk of your stuff is dead, and probably will never come back, and not reliably dealing with Delighted Halfling, and you are not dealing with Cavernous Souls. So, you know, the typical blue issue is there for you to have to endure. Outside of that, though, what we were doing was cool if we got to do it. It didn't just win outright, but you are one of those commanders that is very scary when you untap, and it does leave behind something that's pretty relevant. It's a sizable blocker. It's the same thing that Planeswalkers love when you play them, is to defend themselves pretty efficiently. That's why I like, the Teamer Sarkhan. Sarkhan Unbroken, just make a 4/4. You know, it just defends itself. It's got this 4/4 that sits there. Like, this is kind of like that. It's not a Planeswalker, but the same idea. You just leave something behind when it dies, and that's highly impactful. It changes it from a commander that does stone cold nothing to it does something when it enters. And there is a categoric difference between the commanders that enter with nothing. They do nothing when they enter, like, let's say, Chatterfang, or... Actually, so does Scythus kind of sometimes does nothing, but not really. It only costs 2 mana, and it's very easy to cast it twice, and it's in green. But, like, and then you have stuff like Keenan, where right when you play it, it basically always paid for itself when you cast Keenan, right? And then continues to be egregious after. If you kill it in the middle of their turn, they can just float mana and cast it later. Like, it's insane. And this is not quite like that. It does suddenly, if you play it with enough artifacts, kind of pay for itself, but not in a way that you could use that mana to then cast a counterspell on your opponent's turn, because you have to float the mana off of your artifacts that weren't tapping for mana in the first place. It's unfortunate that I think you need to play Mana Rocks with this, because it turns everything into Mana Rocks anyways. Like, oh, why would I play Mana Rocks? It's just, I play this, and then everything taps for mana. But you have to actually put it in play. You know, it doesn't just, start the game with it in play. So, the format is not very inviting, even outside of Hellq, the Tier 5 bracket. It's not, Bracket 5, whatever it's called. It's not very friendly. Even, precons are not super friendly to your 4-mana commanders too well either at this point. There's a lot of really good interaction really early against every deck. So it's hard to play this on turn 4 and then pass the turn, right? I wasn't playing 1-mana blue spells. If you do rely on the construct to create blue mana for a 1-mana Dive Noun or Essence Flux, it's not reliable if they kill it in response to the trigger. That's why I don't like those. But you can sometimes just have another artifact that was chilling there
when you went to cast it, and then suddenly it's like really like what is it? Yeah,
Flux is the big one to me.
and it probably could have been in here instead of maybe Portal. Like this I don't think ever did anything and didn't advance me towards what I felt like I was doing more often. Yeah, this probably wasn't great. Is Paradox Engine. If you have Paradox Engine in play and Urza, it does not take much to just win from there at all. You can actually just start spinning the 5 if you have enough artifacts. You could just actually just start spinning through your entire deck, just right then and there, just boom. But if you hit lands, then it's not a cast trigger, and you don't untap everything. But you know, again, it doesn't take much. You could probably find another way to get another spell to hit the stack and untap everything. I never spun infinitely, because I think every time I went for that sort of thing, I had like the one ring in play, and I could just draw my deck, which would just be faster. I got close to roping out, I think, 2 games that the combo, or it's essentially a combo. It's not infinite, but it might as well be. You know, just drawing half your deck and casting it all and doing crazy stuff with infinite blue mana, right? Or pseudo-infinite blue mana. So it like, you can, if you're not fast, like if you want to win that way, you probably just play a server rack, where it's like a repetitive click, and it's not too many things over and over, especially if you're on mobile. I don't think you could win with like Urza Paradox Engine on mobile, unless maybe the mobile client's more forgiving. You're just sitting there with your thumb like, you know, pushing all the little artifacts to generate mana, because you have to tap them all every time, and then you paradox. Like, it's hard to do that. I was finding it kind of cutting it close with my hand on a mouse, just like click, 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 click. So, and some people don't like the high APM nonsense that I'm probably more used to, because I like Hearthstone, and Hearthstone is egregious, can be egregious. Magic Arena not so much, but still could be an issue there. I didn't have to think as much as I thought I would for repurposing Bay, which is a good sign. I was thinking maybe like, oh, I'd have to make sure this card has a really good hit every artifact. Like, oh man, what's my 5? Oh, what's my 4? But no, I just sort of put my deck together, and then I slid this in, and it worked out fine. I didn't have to really accommodate this card. I think I really didn't play anything that I would otherwise not, because this was in the deck. So that's nice. That's definitely nice. I know, like, the blue-green tap birthing pod, not VV, what, Vras? Starts with a V. It's a blue-green elf chick, I think, that, like, you know, you get a 3-drop that untaps, and then you get a 4-drop that untaps. Like, you don't have to do some toolbox thing with this card. Now, you probably can find cards that untap this, and then you could actually tap that for mana with this, with the Urza, right? And then, like, use the mana that you floated from the artifact you just got to sack to the Bay again, and then just get, like, I think there's a... What is it? It's always an artifact. Yeah, like this. Into... I mean, there's no guarantee. I'm sure people have sniffed this out. If there is a ladder to climb with an artifact-based version, because I think the blue-green one has creatures, you could do it. But again, I wouldn't do this anyways, right? But it's something to think about. You'd probably just play the one where the repurposing bay is in your command zone, like the blue-green one, and you also get to play green, so kind of already have that. It's not like you have this every game or anything like that. I did find it a little difficult to use Inventor's Fair for like an immediate win, which means I think maybe when it came to mana, I was a little bit lighter than I should have been, so maybe, and I tried to accommodate that, but maybe more 1 mana artifacts. You just start to enter goofy territory with what those artifacts are, but if you want to do that, it does rely... Your deck would then require that your commander's in play more than not, because you have these artifacts in your deck that don't really do much without your commander. You can still have text, but... You know, just don't want to have a wall of 1 mana artifacts and they don't do anything unless this is in play, right? And then if your opponent hits you with a counter spell, it's like, oh, game's over. Or a removal spell you have a lot more hedge against, because you could just play Urza and immediately have a bunch of mana right when it enters. So, because that scenario specifically didn't happen that much.
I did not have floating mana, essentially, quote unquote, when I played this too often, because I was kind of more interested in every card in my deck just being a solid one without my commander. So I was basically as far away from, I'm like the opposite as all in you could be, right? Like, the all in Urza players are not gonna probably enjoy this iteration of it. But if you want to be all in on Urza, you're definitely gonna shave most of the, or a large chunk of the things that cost 4 and up, and probably half of the 3s, and play a ton of the 1s and some more 2s, and have more 1-mana protection spells like Dive Down, more flicker effects and stuff, more cheap counter spells, and just have Urza resolve, and suddenly it's very difficult to deal with because there's just infinite ways to float blue right when it hits play. You don't need the token trigger to resolve for your additional mana. But I just didn't go in that route. And maybe in the future, if I try it again, that might be what we do. But as it stood, that just means every other card in my deck is just kind of scary without my commander, or at least a little bit more intimidating without my commander. So, you know, it is what it is. So, to be specific, I don't know if I actually really like the Aether Spark here. It taps, it's okay. You put it on the construct, the Karnstruct, and it swings for a bunch, and it's like, it's whatever, you know, it's fine. It has a pretty high chance of suddenly just generating 10. I don't think this is wrong, but it is on your turn 4, where, you know, this is ideally the 4-minute play, and 4-minute plays might be a little awkward. Phyrexian Metamorph, I suppose, is not a 4-minute play, quote-unquote. Hellsmell just wins the game, sometimes, for no reason. Kitten's disgusting if you untap with it. One Ring is a 1 ring. So, like, all these 4s just do stuff. And you can go for these if your opponent's leaving up a bunch of stuff that is going to interact with Urza, if you go for it. The Improvise and Lorien Revealed card draw on 5 and stuff just didn't really feel great. I was kind of more... It felt like after having taken out a fair amount of the card draw, that it felt better to actually just have the cards I would like to draw be in the card draw slot. So it's like, oh, I want to draw to resources. Well, just turn the card draw spell, like turn your divination into the thing you actually want to put in play instead, right? Would be kind of the logic or whatever. Just have a denser amount of things to do instead of trying to draw more to do that. Because I think the card advantage side of things is a bit already taken care of in a blue artifact deck, for the most part. Not maybe just Urza, but just this archetype in general. So that they didn't really feel great. And whenever you cannot cast them, you're just sitting there with like 3 divinations. Like, well, I kind of wish this was like things I could put in play and play the game. Now I'm like, I can't really use them too well without the artifacts in play already. So I'm not saying they're win more. I don't think they're win more, but they do require the presence there that your opponent's already interested in interacting with by the time you're using your Lorien Revealed to tap 5 and draw 3, and then expect to get to those cards in a meaningful fashion like, and actually cast them and stuff. So yeah, just took out those cards and whatnot. Reality Heist was another one. It's like, just wasn't really getting to them. That is to say, Kappa Cannoneer is very scary, and so is what is it? Thought Monitor is like can genuinely just be scary, and with more flicker effects, these definitely increase in value for what they're doing. However, I will say flickering this for a giant token is still probably maybe better. It depends on the scenario, I suppose. But for the lands, I like the land base. Some of the color, like I added this later, don't need it. It's not the most exciting thing. If you make 15 treasures or 5 treasures, congratulations. I just never saw that scenario, and it's kind of a little bit late for that to really impact stuff. But if you do generate a bunch of tokens, you don't have to sack them. You just tap them for blue, and that would be, I guess, ideal. But I don't know. This is an artifact. Your opponent can abrade your land drop. That could cause you to lose. Something to look out for. But the blue fetch lands I ended up adding because of Delve, right? These 2 cards. So that was probably... They should have just been in here, I think. And took me a while to put them in, but
Yeah, the fetch lands for Delve is always worth the 1 life, and also Brainstorm, right? I should have just had the fetch lands in here. I still don't think I like Fabled Passage. I ended up taking out the Mystic Sanctuary. There's not actually a lot of spells I'm even interested in putting on the top of my deck, and Mystic Sanctuary is tapped for quite a while. So again, dodge. You need to dodge the tap lands because you're going to get yourself into trouble where you otherwise shouldn't have. For the sometimes you get value from this land that 90% of the time you don't. Especially when all your mana is gummed up doing anything. Like, oh, a man land, aha. But it's like, your mana's busy trying to do literally anything else than animate your Hall of the Storm Giants? Is that what it's called? Yeah, I think that's a blue one. It's funny, I know what it's called even though I never play it. It's because everyone on the other side of the board just sometimes just there. It's like, you're not seeing that. Same with Lair of the Hydra. It's like, okay, I guess if you have nothing to do, but I mean, still. So yeah, cool strategy though. I do like it. It gets to play a ton of cards that maybe the closest thing that it considers itself probably Emery. It's kind of close to what Emery is trying to do, and I like Emery as a strategy. Urza's cool. I thought Urza was gonna be like insane, but it isn't crazy busted. I will say, like, this is at least what I was doing. I played again. I had the mirror, I think, twice or something like that. I think it just got, we got hosed by, like, mana drainers. Something happened that my opponent, like, it was almost as if they picked the perfect 7 cards for the mirror. They had all the really crazy stuff, and I had none of it, so I just got totally trampled. But, yeah, I don't think it's crazy, right? Now, an EDH 4-player probably is. A slower game, a ton of cards, like Soul Ring. If we had Soul Ring half our games, like, yeah, okay, Urza is probably insane, but we don't have Soul Ring. And our opponent's hyper-fixated on us because we are their only opponent. So, yeah, Urza is not it's just not Baral. Right. Whereas Baral is way more scary 1v1 than multiplayer. And Urza is way more scary in multiplayer than 1v1, right? So, I've seen Urza on paper in EDH, and it goes crazy. It goes really crazy. It's a lot harder to interact with, too, with hyper-efficient counterspell, like Force of Will and stuff. But 1v1, it's got the mono-blue hurdle to get over, because there's certain things you just can't play that you would love to play, right? And some of your removal is... like the Frogify effects are not as reliable as they used to be. Especially with, like, Yuriko around. Like, it just never care. Like, these are just dead against Yuriko. Although I think you're dead against Yuriko, so maybe it doesn't matter. But there's ways around these, and they're less and less good. So, I don't know. It's still worth playing, though, in my opinion. You would still like to interact early so you don't just get steamrolled by, like, Delighted Halfling or something. Or Llanowar Elves or whatever, But, yep, I like it. Can recommend. Cool strategy. Definitely more than 99 cards to pick from. Probably more than 200, honestly. But, this is the one, this is the chunk I chose. Or ended with, at least. We definitely sifted through, like, 140 cards, I think. A lot of stuff came in and out over the time. Like I said it would, because didn't really know what was going on quite as much in Historic Brawl with this, but I liked it. It's cool. So, let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. You think the new commanders are whatever weight? Yeah, they said that. They've said that the new set doesn't get a weight value until later. We just don't know when that until later is. And as it stands, I do not believe we have found it. I don't think they're where they're going to lie and rest. Like, I don't think they have their points in place yet. It doesn't feel like that's the case at all. And if maybe they only wait till the next set, which would be reasonable, especially if there's 6 sets a year. 6 sets a year, which means, what, every 2 months?
So you have like 2 months of the Final Fantasy commanders being everywhere and all over the place, and then the next set comes out, and then they're rigged into wherever they're going to be. I kind of expect to see Eureka go into Hell Q, and maybe there are exceptions. There could be exceptions. Like, you just put Eureka in Hell Q instantly, because you just, like, we already know where it belongs, but I think it's fair to let people try to accommodate it a little. Like, oh, it's Eureka, now that that exists, let me accommodate it with cards in my deck. And then suddenly it's in Hell Q and you never see it anymore, and then the cards you added to your deck don't, like, to deal with that strategy are not really doing anything, because you shouldn't play against it with your Colossus. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't think they're weighed yet. A narrative, everyone has a narrative that they are every time I play against, like, Scythus. They're like, oh, yep, see, you're tier 1. I was like, you know, I don't think so. But alright, that's it. GG's chat. GG's. See ya.